Hello subscribers, the review for today will be on the Schleich 2021 Ceratosaurus. Out of all the new Schleich prehistoric animals that were revealed online some time ago, this Ceratosaurus was considered by many to be a mixed bag, though it was leaning more on the positive side. When I first saw it, I found it to be a little underwhelming. That is, until in-hand images changed my mind. It's actually a really nice model that deserves more respect. When it comes to detailing for Schleich figures, some of them are just not that good, like the Acrocanthosaurus and the 2019 Spinosaurus, though some, like the juvenile Giganotosaurus, are very nicely detailed. Thankfully, this Ceratosaurus falls in the very nicely detailed category. I always expect a lot of detailing on Ceratosaurus figures, and this one is no exception. Let's take a look at the head right here. See, Schleich knows what they're doing. This is pretty accurate to what we know of Ceratosaurus. The appearance and placement of the horns are correct, and even they got the size of the teeth correct. Ceratosaurus is known to have very long teeth in the upper jaw that were a lot longer than the teeth on the lower jaw. Though, the issue with the head is that it's shrink wrapped. These shouldn't be visible unless the animal was literally starving to death. And because of this shrink wrapping, you can see this Ceratosaurus has no binocular vision, so how's this thing supposed to see? You've got lovely details across the body going down the tail. See the scales and the osteoderms. Also, lots of good skin folds and stretches. See right here? See the skin folds on the base of the neck and the tail? You also got the skin stretching as the right leg of the Ceratosaurus is in this area. You see the skin stretching right here, which is nice attention to detailing. Also, Schleich added the fourth vestigial finger, which Ceratosaurus did have. See the feet? They're oversized, but they don't look that bad. Though theropods are now known not to possess these scales right here, and the feet could use some padding as well. Now let's talk about the pose, which is the most disliked feature of this model when it was first revealed. Some said it looks too upright and retro, but to me, I don't see that. It looks like it's just simply rearing up or getting off the ground after resting. It still looks much better than some even more upright poses on some other dinosaur figures. Yes, I am looking at you, Papo. This figure is able to stand on its two legs, depending on which position you put him in. So as you can see here, his tail is lifted off the ground. If I put him like this, then his tail touches the ground. This appears to be Ceratosaurus dentoslocatus due to its robust build and short neck. The coloration of this figure is amazing. On the underbelly, you've got this sandy color with some dry brushing. Then on the top, you've got orange with red on the horns and the osteoderms, and these very dark brown spots. The overall paint job resembles the Collected Deluxe Ceratosaurus. It also reminds me of a spotted hyena. This would be appropriate as, if Allosaurus is considered to be the lion of the Jurassic, Ceratosaurus should be considered to be the hyena of the Jurassic period. Now let's start with the comparisons. Here is the Pterobibatach Ceratosaurus, which I'm honestly not a huge fan of. Something seems off about the head, but I do like the colors. Next up, here we have the old and new Ceratosaurus by Safari Ltd, and I do prefer this Schleich one over these two. Let's bring in the Papoceratosaurus and the Collected Deluxe Ceratosaurus, which are both examples of absolutely stunning pieces. Out of all the Ceratosaurus models in my collection, I'll say the Schleich one is my third favorite behind these two. Next, let's bring in the Schleich 2017 Allosaurus, which is an example of how not to do a theropod. The oversized feet, the skinny legs, the short torso, and of course, the pronated wrists. I also forgot to talk about Schleich's older Ceratosaurus, which I will put up a picture of it right now. And man, isn't that just a wonderful piece of art? Here are two other great theropods by Schleich, the juvenile Giganotosaurus and the Baryonyx. Schleich should keep making theropods like this, but of course fixing problems like the shrink wrapping and the oversized feet. And I don't even know why they decided to make the Acrocanthosaurus and Cryolophosaurus. Let's bring in the 2018 juvenile Tyrannosaurus Rex and the 2019 Spinosaurus. Right here in front of us, we have the Schleich Mosasaurus, which is significantly larger than the Ceratosaurus. The only other Schleich 2021 model I'm getting is the Caprosuchus. I'm not going to get the Brontosaurus and the Pachycephalosaurus. The Bronto is just too drab and sad looking, and that Pachycephalosaurus is just hideous. Of course, the last comparison will be the reviewed figure next to the Collectae Minizyphactinus. Both animals were around the same length at 20 feet, though Ceratosaurus was slightly heavier. Large Ceratosaurs were about a ton, whereas large Zyphactinus were about 0.5 tons. Well, there you have it guys. This is my review on the Schleich 2021 Ceratosaurus. I really think you guys should get this figure. It's honestly underrated. The details are great, the accuracy is good, and the paint job is appealing. I'm going to give this Ceratosaurus an 8.5 out of 10. I just wish that the shrink wrapping and oversized feet weren't there. So if you guys enjoyed this review, hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know in the comments of what you think of this new Ceratosaurus.